Okay, I've never made a how-to video before, so let's just see how this works. The first thing you're going to need is a plastic bin or a sink or something that you can hold water in that's big enough to hold the trumpet. Those plastic luggage or plastic storage totes work really well, so a bin like that is what you need, or you can use just a sink with a plug. That'll work as well. So you're just going to fill that up with warm water, and just like Dawn dish soap will work just fine. So make a warm water solution to clean the trumpet in. You're going to need that first off. The next thing you're going to need is a little tray like this for the valve parts. But if you don't have something like that, you can do it with just a plastic cup. I'll show you both ways. So that's that. You'll need, they make these cleaning brushes. I've got these two things right here. They're like flexible and they can get in and around the nooks and crannies. Any kind of bristly brush will do that'll let you get up inside the tubes and stuff. Don from the Melody Shop can order those things, or you can get them offline if you don't have one, but you'll need some kind of brush to get actually up in there. So that's that, and of course your slide grease and your valve oil. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm not going to do the actual tub with dishwasher part, dish soap part. So you'll just have to kind of imagine that. But the first thing you're going to do, obviously, is take the entire trumpet apart. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. You're going to pull off all the slides. You're going to take off the bottom caps, the valves, anything that can come off, you're going to go ahead and take off. So I'm going to put my phone down and go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so I've taken off everything that can come apart. I've taken off all the slides, I've taken off the bottom caps, and I've taken the valves out. Now, the only thing where something can get really screwed up is when dealing with the valves, so I'll talk about how to handle that. The only part of the trumpet that you can't really get wet are these felts that are right here. I have these green ones outside, and there's these felts that are, that are inside of the valve. So those felts, you do not want to get those wet. That is the only rule that you have to observe. So there are two different ways to handle it. Number one, if you want to and you feel comfortable, you can take this part apart right here and cast out the felt part separately. This just unscrews right here underneath the felt. I'll show you what that looks like. This is the valve completely taken apart. So if you want to do that, you can. And then you'll just take the piston and the stem, and you'll put those in the bath with the rest of the trumpet so you can get those clean, and you'll leave the other felt parts and stuff out so they don't get wet, because you don't want them to get wet. If you don't feel comfortable doing that or don't want to do it, the other way is you can take a plastic cup like this and put some of your warm water soap solution in there and just dunk the valves in like so. And you only want to have enough water in there so it goes up to, I don't know, like here. So the piston gets clean, but the felt and everything does not get wet, because you don't want those felts to get wet. If you do that, you just want to be careful that the valves don't really bump around or knock around, because if these things get bumped or dented in any way, the trumpet will not work at all. And they're actually pretty fragile. So you just want to be careful with that. So you can do that. You can do the valves one or two ways. Again, the only key is to not get these felts wet. Okay, so I've got my valves cooking in a fake cup of solution. Remember, you just don't want to get the felts wet, so don't put too much water in there. So those are going in there. We are going to put all of these parts in the tub or the sink with the warm water and the dish soap, and you're going to let it soak for about 15 or 20 minutes. We'll do the trick.